You know, I love it when leakers trust their craft so much that they consider it fully reliable. As yes, we have some very interesting leaks for Samsung's upcoming foldable, which the leaker claims to be 100% accurate. Trusted sources are now confirming some reports on what we can expect for the iPhone 14, and if you're waiting on Google's upcoming tablet, it seems the company is bringing back some old goodies. I'm Jaime Rivera, and hoping we have all taken the time to remember the fallen soldiers who fought for our freedom, and a prayer for the veterans who served and for those who are still serving. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today are non-existent yet again, but we have plenty of leaks, starting with Google and two products we're expecting from them, though the news are both good and bad. So let's start with the latter. Remember the foldable project we've been hearing about a lot? Well, a new report from the Elect claims that the company's foldable is being postponed yet again. The report cites people familiar with the project saying that the postponement likely is coming down to the product not being as complete as Google wished it would be at this point. Now, a project that is happening and already announced is their tablet, and it seems Google plans to bring back an old goodie from their Pixel Book and Pixel Slate. The Universal Stylus Initiative just certified a Google tablet, which is codenamed Tangor. Obviously, we don't need to guess that this is for that Pixel tablet, as it's the only one we know of, so it's great to see that there will be stylus support for whenever this product launches in 2023. What I can't tell you is if it'll support the same technology we saw with the previous Pixel Chromebooks, which I love and is far better than the mediocre universal alternatives that we've seen from other companies. Let's see how the rumors evolve. Let's move on to Apple for the next couple of segments, starting with what we can expect for WWDC, which is right around the corner now. In Mark Gurman's latest newsletter, he talks about his expectations for potential hardware at this event. He mentions that all the signs on the wall for the Reality OS happening might not happen after all. Yes, we did see a lot of excitement from people in AR and VR, but given the current state of technology, it was to be expected that this wouldn't be ready yet, and we have to wait a lot more. Gurman claims that he'd still be wary about expecting a full-blown presentation for developers and consumers next week anyways. He then says that if there is hardware at WWDC, it'll be on the Mac side. Obviously, developers need to prepare for M2, so this is the perfect platform for it, and if anything, we might see the chip along a new MacBook Air running it. Though it's not like if that happened with the M1. All we got was the chip, and then we had to wait months for us to get anything. The problem here would be the supply chain issues we've been discussing, but developers say that employees are increasingly using next-generation MacBook Airs with their applications, which is a sign that there might be a new Mac close. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty much going to be a software event, and let's just hope it's good software. Now, sticking to Apple, let's talk about some trusted sources confirming two reports that we've talked about last week. First off, TSMC published their upcoming roadmap, where we pretty much see a nod to Shrimp Apple Pro's report that the company will stick to a 5nm process with the A16 Bionic, and it then even followed up with an extra nod from Ming-Chi Kuo. And sure, we do expect CPU and GPU improvements, but not the usual architecture changes we've been used to for the past couple of years. If you think of it, it's not like if the 4nm chips have surpassed the A15 Bionic, and since rumors hint to the same chip powering the iPhone 14 models, it does make sense for the architecture to not evolve. Now, an interesting twist, though, is that he also stated that the new MacBook Air will stick to an M1, which goes against Mark Gurman's report, but goes along with others. And I mean, there's also the possibility that this could be a modified M1 with a plus in the name or something. Anyways, moving on to Mark Gurman, he claims that the 14 Pro models will finally bring an always-on display thanks to their updated LTPO panels. iOS is also expected to bring new lock screen wallpapers with widget-like functions, as well as improvements to take advantage of this new functionality, I suppose. And I actually want to see how well this works on iPhones with how well it does on the current Apple Watch, though I wonder how privacy and notifications will be handled. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Samsung and the next Galaxy Fold. We have a couple of new tweets from Ice Universe where he mentions that he's sharing 100% accurate information from this foldable, which, okay, Iceman, that's pretty bold of a statement, but anyways, apparently we can expect the 7.6-inch main AMOLED panel running at 120 Hz, with a 6.2-inch HD Plus panel for the outer display still running on high refresh rate. It'll be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, 12 gigs of RAM, and up to half a terabyte of storage. The triple camera array will now consist of a 50-megapixel main sensor, 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 10-megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom. The inner camera under the main display will be a 4 megapixels at 2 microns, and we hear of the same 10 megapixel selfie shooter on the outer display, which means yes, no better selfie shooter at all, but it's not like if you can't unfold the device and use the primaries anyways. It'll run on Android 12 with One UI 4.1.1 on top, and we can also expect a 4400 milliamp hour battery and 25-watt charging. He also confirmed that the outer screen has been significantly reduced, and it's also noticeable that the hinge design has changed a lot. Finally, he also shared an image of the Fold 4 case next to the Fold 3 case, where we can see the wider camera array, somewhat of a wider design on the outside, or at least with less bezels, but we can't tell if it's actually getting shorter or not. Anyways, for today's question, let us know, what would Samsung need to do for you to be willing to buy the next Fold 4? Or for it to entice you to like it? Because honestly, in my case, who am I kidding? I'm definitely going to get it, but God, I would love that S Pen to be tucked in. Just, less of a footprint on a device that's already kind of massive to carry, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, so our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me work on a holiday because the news were good. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.